What if I told you that a forgotten spice smaller than your thumbnail could stir life back into your body and awaken an erection in just 60 seconds? That regardless of your age, your medication, or your past disappointments, a single bite could begin restoring the strength you thought was lost for good. I know it may sound unbelievable, but stay with me because what I'm about to share could change everything. My name is Dr. William Roen, and here at Wisdom Senior, I've spent over 3 decades helping men over 60 reclaim what time, lifestyle, and stress have quietly stolen confidence, circulation, vitality, and the ability to feel like a man again. Not with expensive prescriptions, not with gimmicks, but by reawakening the body's natural intelligence by giving it the right tools it remembers how to use. And here's the twist. This isn't about some flashy new breakthrough or high-tech device. The answer is a humble spice that's been hiding in plain sight. A spice your ancestors used before intimacy. And today, modern science confirms it works perhaps better than we ever imagined. The irony: you've probably walked past it 100 times in your kitchen, never realizing its potential. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how chewing this one spice for just 60 seconds can open your blood vessels, lower the stress that's suppressing your testosterone, fight gum disease that blocks circulation, and help you sleep more deeply, allowing your hormones to recover naturally. I'll walk you through it, step by step, and by the end of this, you'll know exactly how to use it and what to expect in your first 14 and 30 days. But before we dive in, take a moment to subscribe and tap the notification bell so you don't miss any of the natural health tools I create specifically for men like you. And if this message resonates with you, type 1 in the comments. If it doesn't, type 0 so I can better understand what you're looking for. Now, let's get to the heart of this discovery because none of it works without understanding what makes this tiny spice so powerful. The secret lies in a natural compound found inside each clove. It's called eugenol. This one ingredient is the reason blood begins to flow, vessels relax, and your body starts responding again, often better than it has in years. Let me explain exactly how it works. I'll never forget the first time a patient looked me in the eye and said, "Doc, I just want to feel like myself again." He wasn't talking about looking younger or running marathons. He meant intimacy, confidence, the quiet, grounded strength that comes when a man's body still responds. That moment pushed me deeper into researching natural alternatives. And again, I kept coming back to this one powerful compound, eugenol. Eugenol is present in high concentrations in cloves. And when you chew just 1 or 2 whole cloves, the oils released contain this remarkable substance. But it doesn't just linger in your mouth. It begins to work almost immediately, absorbed through the mucous membranes and into your bloodstream. And that's where the magic begins. Eugenol acts as a vasodilator, which means it helps your blood vessels relax and open, especially the small, stubborn ones that supply blood to your sexual organs. After age 60, these vessels tend to stiffen and lose flexibility. That's why blood doesn't flow like it used to. But eugenol works like a natural massage for your arteries. It gently opens the pathways, allowing blood to move freely again, not forced, not artificial. Just a quiet reawakening of what your body once did effortlessly. What's even more powerful is that eugenol also stimulates the production of nitric oxide, the same molecule those little blue pills try to imitate. But this isn't synthetic chemistry. It's natural biology happening on your terms, without the side effects, without the headaches, without the crash. Many men describe a subtle but powerful shift, a warmth, a sense of circulation returning sometimes within minutes. It's not flashy, but it's real. And if that's what just one compound can do, wait until you hear what this same spice does to the stress that's been silently choking your testosterone for decades. Let's talk about that next. 2. Why erections get weaker after 60 and how clove fights back. I've had countless men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s sit across from me, eyes down, voices low, whispering the same thing. It's just not working like it used to. And I always tell them the same thing. This is not a personal failure. It's not a weakness. It's biology. As we age, the small blood vessels that support erections begin to narrow and stiffen. They lose their elasticity. Years of stress, processed foods, chronic inflammation, and a sedentary lifestyle all take their toll. The result, blood doesn't surge the way it once did. And without that surge, an erection simply can't happen. But here's the part no one tells you: those changes aren't permanent. They are reversible. That's what makes clove such a powerful ally for older men. Eugenol doesn't just relax blood vessels, it helps restore their flexibility. Think of it like clearing out a rusty pipe and smoothing the interior. Once that happens, blood can flow again easier, fuller, and right where it needs to go. In fact, some of the men I work with report seeing results within just a couple of weeks. Morning erections, a clearer head, a deeper connection to their body. Not because of a pill, not because of a miracle, but because their circulation finally had a chance to do its job again. And that's the beauty of this method. It doesn't override your biology. It reminds it. And we're just getting started. Let's keep going. Most men over 60 assume their diminishing strength is irreversible, especially when blood no longer flows the way it used to. And without that crucial surge of blood, erections become weaker or stop altogether. But here's what most doctors won't say out loud: these changes are not permanent. They are absolutely reversible. That's where clove comes in and why it's become such a powerful ally for men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s. Remember the compound we discussed earlier, eugenol. It doesn't just relax blood vessels, it actually helps restore the flexibility of the inner walls. Think of it like clearing out a rusty pipe and smoothing it from the inside. Suddenly, blood begins flowing more freely, more fully, and right where it's needed. Some of the men I've worked with, even those who hadn't experienced a morning erection in years, told me that within 2 weeks of daily use, they began waking up with natural signs of restored circulation. Not because of a pill, not a miracle, just because blood flow finally had a chance to do its job again. That's the beauty of this natural method. It doesn't force your body, it simply reminds it what it was designed to do. But even perfect blood flow can be shut down by one silent enemy, an invisible force that's likely been sabotaging your energy, mood, and drive for decades. We'll uncover that soon. But first, let's break down how to actually do the 60-second clove method, step by step. I'm Wisdom Senior, and I've seen firsthand how this simple daily practice has helped older men feel like themselves again without prescriptions, without awkward doctor visits, and without long pharmacy lines. Just a single, intentional act you can do at home. And best of all, it takes only 1 minute. Here's exactly how I guide my patients to do it. Start with 2 or 3 whole cloves, not ground or powdered. You want dried, intact cloves, preferably organic, but any good quality clove will do. Place them between your back molars, where your chewing is strongest. Slowly bite down until you feel them crack open. This part is key. Don't rush. Let the oils coat your tongue, your mouth, your senses. Breathe through your nose. Stay relaxed. For the first 30 seconds, just hold those broken pieces in your mouth. Let your saliva mix with the clove oils. You'll likely feel a strong, warming sensation. That's a good sign. It means the eugenol is being absorbed through the sensitive mucous membranes and heading straight into your bloodstream. After that first 30 seconds, begin chewing gently, not hard, just enough to fully break the clove down and keep the oil circulating through your saliva. Continue for another 30 seconds, then either swallow the remnants or spit them out. Either is fine. That's it. That's the full method. Many men report feeling the effects within minutes. A clear head, a sense of calm focus, a grounded feeling in their body, almost like their circulation has been turned back on. But this method isn't just about blood flow or energy. It also taps into something far more essential, something many older men are missing without even realizing it. We'll get to that soon. But first, let's answer one of the questions I get asked most. When's the best time to use the clove method for maximum results? The answer: timing matters. Like tuning a musical instrument, your results depend on harmony between your hormones, nervous system, and blood flow. For many of my patients, the evening is the golden hour. About an hour before bed, when the day winds down and the mind begins to settle, chewing cloves helps soothe the nervous system and primes the body for deeper, more restorative sleep. And that's not just important for rest. Deep sleep is when your body produces the most testosterone. In other words, nighttime use lays the foundation for how you'll feel tomorrow: more energy, sharper mental clarity, and yes, stronger morning erections. But don't overlook the morning either. Using this method first thing on an empty stomach is like pressing the circulation start button. It helps you begin the day with calm energy and clearer focus. Some men also use it before a walk or light workout. Others find it beneficial before intimacy, about 30 to 45 minutes beforehand, for increased presence, emotional connection, and stamina. The key is to listen to your body. Be consistent. This isn't a magic trick you use once. It's a daily investment in your vitality. And if you're still wondering how something so simple could cause such profound changes, stick with me, because what we're about to cover next will explain why this method works so well for men over 60 and how it addresses a hidden barrier that's likely been holding you back for years. What if the thing holding your body back wasn't something obvious but a silent force that's been working against you for years? For most men, it's not poor diet or lack of effort. It's stress, and the damage it does is deeper than most people realize. Let's talk about it. I'm Dr. William Roen, and here at Wisdom Senior, I've sat across from hundreds of men who've done all the right things. They eat well, stay active, take their vitamins, and even follow medical advice. Yet still, they feel like something is off. Their energy is flat. Their drive comes and goes. And when it comes to intimacy, their bodies no longer respond the way they once did. That's when I ask a question that often changes everything. How's your stress? The room usually goes quiet. Then comes a sigh. And then the truth spills out. Worries about money, health, marriage, aging. It's a heavy load. Most men carry it silently, unaware of how it's destroying their masculinity from the inside out. You see, chronic stress floods the body with cortisol, a hormone meant to help in moments of emergency, not linger in your system 7. But for men over 60, that's exactly what's happening. Most are living in a near constant state of tension. And here's the cruel biological fact: cortisol and testosterone cannot coexist at high levels. When one rises, the other drops. So, the more stress you carry, the less testosterone your body produces, and the weaker your sexual response becomes. This is where clove becomes more than just a natural vasodilator. It becomes a powerful stress regulator. One of its key compounds, beta-caryophyllene, binds to receptors in your brain that signal safety and calm. Within minutes, many men report a noticeable release in their chest, mental clarity, and a lightness they haven't felt in years. And when cortisol begins to drop, testosterone finally has room to rise again naturally without forcing it. You may not even realize the shift at first, but it's real. Slowly, you start feeling more like yourself again. And that's not the only benefit of calming your nervous system. There's another hidden reward one that works while you sleep, and it might be the missing piece in your hormone recovery. Let's explore that next. 6 chewing cloves equal better sleep equal more testosterone. If there's one thing I've seen consistently with older men, it's this: when sleep breaks down, everything else unravels. You can eat clean, move your body, take every supplement under the sun, but if your sleep is poor, your hormones don't stand a chance. That's because the majority of testosterone production and cellular repair happens during deep, uninterrupted REM sleep. But how many men over 60 actually get that kind of sleep anymore? Too many of my patients tell me the same thing. I wake up at 2 a.m. and just lie there, staring at the ceiling. Others fall asleep fast but wake up multiple times and never feel fully rested. Then they wonder why their energy is gone, why desire has become a memory, why getting up and going feels impossible. More often than not, the real culprit is poor sleep quality, not age. And that's where clove becomes your ally again, not just for circulation, but for the nervous system itself. The compounds in clove, particularly eugenol and beta-caryophyllene, don't only relax blood vessels. They help calm the very parts of your brain responsible for regulating your sleep-wake cycle. When chewed about an hour before bed, cloves ease your body into a deeper, more stable sleep. Many men say they begin dreaming again. They wake up with clarity, energy, and quite often with stronger morning erections. That's no coincidence. That's testosterone doing its job again. So if you've been feeling sluggish, mentally foggy, or emotionally dull, ask yourself this: how well have you really been sleeping? Because fixing that one system, your sleep can ripple outward and restore balance across your entire body. But cloves still don't stop there. What if I told you that even your gum health could be silently sabotaging your performance in the bedroom? 7 gum disease could be destroying your erections. Cloves fix that too. I know it sounds strange at first, but I've seen it far too many times to ignore. A man walks into my office feeling low, worn out, and unsure why. His blood pressure is fine. His lab work looks decent. But then I ask a simple question: how's your dental health? That's when the dots begin to connect. Bleeding gums, receding gum lines, persistent bad breath. It's easy to overlook, but the connection is real. What happens in your mouth doesn't stay in your mouth. Science now shows that gum disease allows harmful bacteria to enter the bloodstream, where it triggers silent inflammation. That inflammation damages the very blood vessels responsible for erections. Think of it like trying to pump water through a hose filled with mud. The pressure might be there, but nothing flows cleanly. Studies even show that men with advanced gum disease are up to 70% more likely to experience erectile dysfunction. That's not speculation, that's hard science. Now here's where cloves offer yet another advantage. Clove oil is one of nature's most powerful antibacterial agents. When you chew whole cloves, those antiseptic compounds immediately begin neutralizing bacteria in your mouth long before they can reach your bloodstream. It's fast, it's effective, and you can literally feel it working within seconds. This one habit done daily can support clean arteries, balanced hormones, deeper sleep, calmer nerves, and a healthy mouth. It's not just about fixing one issue. It's about giving your body the chance to return to its natural rhythm, strong, clear, and responsive once again. And all it takes is a single clove. Let's talk next about what happens week by week when you stay consistent with this method. You won't believe what's possible in just 30 days. It's all connected to your mouth, your blood flow, and your vitality. Most people don't realize that the health of your gums can directly impact your sexual function. But the science is clear: your mouth is a gateway to your circulatory system. When you have gum disease, even if it's mild or goes unnoticed, bacteria from your mouth can slip into your bloodstream. Once inside, they travel throughout your body, creating silent inflammation. And that inflammation damages the very blood vessels responsible for erections. It's like trying to run water through a hose that's clogged with mud. The pressure might be there, but nothing flows cleanly. Studies have shown that men with advanced gum disease are up to 70% more likely to experience erectile dysfunction. That's not a coincidence, it's biology. And this is exactly where cloves go from being a helpful spice to becoming a daily detox. Clove oil is one of nature's most powerful antiseptics. When you chew whole cloves, their antibacterial compounds go to work instantly. They begin neutralizing harmful bacteria right in your mouth before it ever enters your bloodstream. It's fast, it's effective, and many men say they can feel it working after just a single chew. It's one of the simplest, most overlooked steps in restoring full body health. Because once your mouth is clean, your blood flows cleaner too. Now that your blood vessels are opening, your hormones are rising, and your system is running smoother, you may be wondering what happens next. Let me walk you through what you can expect week by week once you commit to this powerful habit. 8. What to expect in 7 to 14 and 30 days. One of the most rewarding parts of my work is watching older men change not just physically, but emotionally. I remember one man in particular. He was in his late 60s when he came to me. Tired, skeptical, embarrassed by how much he felt he'd lost. We started the 60-second clove method together, and I asked him for one thing: consistency for just 1 month. 1 week later, he called and said, "Doc, something's happening. I feel more awake in the mornings." That was just the beginning. In the first 7 days, most men notice small but important shifts. A warm sensation in the body, a clearer head, slightly deeper sleep, a little more motivation to move or take a walk. It's not dramatic, but it's real, and it's your body starting to respond. By day 14, those changes tend to accelerate. Energy increases. Mornings feel different, more alert, more alive. And for many, something unexpected returns: spontaneous morning erections they haven't experienced in years. It's not magic. It's circulation coming back online. It's testosterone beginning to whisper again. By day 30, many men say they feel like a completely different person. Erections return with the greater strength and consistency. But even more importantly, their confidence changes. They stand taller. They move with intention. Their partners notice, even if intimacy hasn't fully resumed yet. The emotional connection starts rebuilding. That spark of presence, attention, and touch begins to flicker again. And that, truly, is the real goal: to feel like yourself again. To live in a body that feels alive, not stalled, not sluggish, not disconnected. But this is just the beginning. Because once you unlock this strength, the real question becomes, how do you keep it? How do you protect it, not just for today, but for the years ahead? That's what we'll cover in the final message. But first, let me leave you with this. Ciao. Conclusion: the strength you've been waiting to feel again. I'm Dr. William Roen, and I have spent over 30 years sitting with men just like you. Men who carry the quiet burden of fading energy, lost confidence, and the fear that maybe, just maybe, their best days are behind them. But I'm here to tell you they're not. Not even close. This simple habit, chewing a few cloves for 60 seconds each day, can do far more than just improve blood flow. It calms your nervous system, restores deep sleep, reignites testosterone, and even protects your heart and manhood by cleaning the very source of systemic inflammation, your mouth. I've watched it transform men from the inside out. I've seen it awaken circulation, rebuild desire, and most importantly, bring men back to themselves. If you've made it this far, then deep down, your body is already asking for change. And now you finally know what to give it. The decision is yours. You can keep waiting, keep hoping, or you can take the first step toward building your own miracle with your own hands. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. Start tonight and let your strength return one day at a time.